Hello dear creatives, welcome to another interesting online tutorial. My name is Adiola and today I'm going to teach you how to make a very beautiful African print headband with bows. Now this headband is beautiful and it's also suitable for natural hair people because of the satin lining, so it can protect the moisture in your hair. And this headband is also suitable for bad hair days. You can just rock it on casual just the way you like it. So here are the few items I'm going to need for this project. I have my pins right here. I have my Ankara Fabric, which is popularly known as it's actually an African print but popularly known as Ankara print. I have my matching thread right here, which is royal blue. I have my measuring tape. I have my tiny elastic because the fabric is not stretchy. None of the fabric is stretchy, so I need elastic to make it easy to wear. So I have my satin right here, and I have my marking chalk, and I have my scissors. Actually, I'm just going to be working with the leftover fabric I have, so you don't need too much fabric, but if you don't have any at all, you can just get half of each and it will be fine. So quickly, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you want to do before making your turban is to cut out your pieces, and these pieces right here, both are of the same measurements. Okay, they're of the same measurement, they have the same width and they have the same length. Don't forget, I'm using the satin to line the fabric. You can use your fabric to be your lining as well, and you can also make a satin headband using the same method. So the width right here is 8 inches. Same for the satin, 8 inches, and the length of both fabric is 40 inches. Okay, 40 inches. Just the same as this right here is also 40 inches. All right, so 40 inches by 8, 40 inches by 8. So you can make your headband thinner. If you want it to be thinner than this, just reduce the width size. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the fabric on its wrong side. This is the wrong side right here, facing down, and this is the right side. So I'm going to place the satin with the right side as well. This is the right side of the fabric of the satin. I'm going to place it on the right side of the fabric, making sure that the edges are properly aligned this way, and then I'm going to pin to hold it in place. Okay, just pin to hold it in place. Alright, so after pinning to hold it in place, I'm going to sew from here, from this edge all the way down. You can use 1/4 inch. Okay, you can come in by 1/4 inch. Use your 1/4 inch seam allowance to stitch all the way with a straight stitch down to this other edge. Leave this part open, and then you start from here all the way down to this part. So I'm going to go ahead and join these two pieces together, and we'll be right back. So this is how it looks right here, and I'm going to turn this inside out. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to press this. I'm going to iron this flat. Okay, iron all the edges so that they can be very flat. So I'm going to go to the ironing table and press this so it can look very crisp and flat, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back. So this is how it looks right here. I've ironed it flat, and from each of the edge I'm going to measure 1/2 inch and mark just like I've done. Okay, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and I mark. And I'm also going to do the same on this other side. Just mark 1/2 inch all the way down. Okay, and what I'm going to do after marking my 1/2 inch is for me to sew on that line a straight stitch all the way from here straight down, all the way from that edge straight to the other edge. Now this opening is for my elastic. Okay, so I'm going to top stitch. It's called top stitching. So I'm going to stitch on it all the way down, and then I'll be right back. Now that I've already top stitched the two sides, the opening right here is going to be for my elastic, and I have my pin right here. You can use your safety pin as well. So I'm just going to open this up right here, stick it into my elastic this way, so this can allow me to pass the elastic through. And what I'm going to do before I start to pass through is I'm going to pick up the other end. Sorry, I forgot to show you the measurement of the elastic. The elastic is 21 inches. It's 21 inches long, and I have two pieces, one for the top part and one for the other part right here. So let me measure for you to see. 21 inches. Okay, 21 inches. So I have 21 inches right here. So now at the other end, I'm just going to pin this, so this part right here, okay, so that my elastic does not go into it and I'm always looking for it. So I'm going to insert my elastic, and I'm going to be using the brooch to push it in. Okay, so this is quite simple and easy, but you need to take your time. So I'm going to continue to push this in till the safety pin or your other pin that you are using to push this till it comes out from the other end. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this, and when my pin comes out from the other end, I'm going to show you how it looks like, and then we proceed. So this is what I have right here. I've pulled out my elastic, and I'm going to use my pin to hold it in place. Alright, so that it does not go back. Then I can remove my pin for the next part. Now for the other part that I pinned earlier, I'm going to remove the pin from here and pin it very close to the tip right here. So this is what I have right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fix my elastic into this other part right here, and then we proceed. All right, this is what I have right here, and this is the inside part, this is the outer part. So depending on where you want to be, the inside or the outside. Now you can also use the large elastic, this big elastic right here, if you don't want to use the tiny one, and this elastic is 1 inch. Okay, if you don't want to use the small one, you can use the big elastic, and you can also increase the width of your Ankara fabric. Okay, so you can have a fuller turban, your fuller turban headband. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place this. I want this to be the right side, and I want this to be the inside part. So I'm going to place it with the right side facing each other this way, and then I'm going to just join this way. But I'm going to secure with my pins first of all before I go to the sewing machine to join. Make sure that the edges are properly aligned, just like this, and then I'm going to stitch on this to close it up. So this is how it looks right here, inside and outside. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this part neatly by closing it up with my bias strip. Okay, I'm just going to open up my bias strip just to cover this, and I'm going to fold the bias strip edge this way then cover up, okay, and then finish it up by covering so that I can have neat finishing, because this part is the part that goes to the back of the head. So I'll go ahead and cover this up, and then we move to the final aspect of this headband. So this is how it looks right here, beautiful and neat on the inside. So I'm going to turn this inside out, and the next thing I'm going to do is just to fold this way. I'm folding this way, and I'm going to stretch this part so that I can get my head circumference. Now I'm going to be working with 22, so that is 11 and half, okay, 11 and half. So since I already get my head circumference, I'm going to mark this part, so I know that from here, from this marked part all the way down right here is my head circumference. It's going to fit my head properly. So you have to measure your head, and then you mark your own accurate head circumference, and then I'm going to stitch on this from here to here. I'm going to stitch it several times, just from here to the stitched part, to this line part right here. So I'm going to stitch on it several times so I can have a fitting in front of my head. And this is how it looks right here, okay. I picked this in between. Now you might be looking at this turban that it looks very simple, but the truth is, by the time you rock this, you can style it the way you want. Now when you wear this on your head, you have this bulky part to play around with, okay. You can pin it down, you can do whatever it is you want with it, and it's going to come out looking very fine. Then the back part is left open just like that. So quickly I'm going to do a styling video of how you can style this turban, and then we are done. Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Adjola. It looks like a bonnet, but it's not a bonnet, it's a headband, just like a turban that you can wear, but it's a headband because of the elastic. So thank you so much for joining in. I'll go to the styling, and then we are done.
Oh yeah. Cause nobody's perfect. Oh yeah. Nobody's perfect. You know where they go. You didn't find a perfect one, searching for the perfect one. The life you live is the perfect life. You know the place where they go.